Hi, I'm Mark from the Endurance Store, and we are the Northwest's open water swim specialists. I'm making this small video today because we've got our 2017 wetsuit stock now in store. So I've got two suits that I want to show you, two of our most popular suits from last year. This is the Zone 3 Advanced suit. We sold a lot of these, they're £160. And I've also got a more top-end Zone 3 suit. This is the Aspire, which is 280, so this is a grade up. So in terms of buying your first wetsuit, or if you're looking for an upgrade, what we would always say is that you need to come in store and try them on. We'd never recommend that you buy online from us because 90% of the suits that we've sold online have come back to us because they've been the wrong fit. So it's really critical that you come in and spend some time with us to make sure that you get in the right suit, right size, right fit for you. So in terms of how a wetsuit should fit, if you've never worn a triathlon or swimming wetsuit before, they're very different to the kind of wetsuits you wear for kayaking or windsurfing. The neoprene is very, very flexible. And because of that, they should be quite tight fitting and really should be vacuum packed on you, so really tight. But because the neoprene is so supple, you can be vacuum packed into it and still move your arms and legs freely because it's so supple and so flexible. So it's a very different neoprene to what you use for a kayaking or windsurfing. That neoprene doesn't stretch. It's a much tougher, long-lasting neoprene. And that's one of the things about the swimsuits. They actually don't last that long. They nick very easily. We regularly get people tearing them and nicking them when they're actually trying them on in the shop. So when you take it away, you've really got to be careful putting it on all the time. It only needs to catch something. You'll get tears on the surface of the material, and that's one of the downsides of having a suit which is so supple and so flexible. The longevity of the suit, you're only looking at 1 to 2 years, and it will get holes in it. So that's just part and parcel of buying a suit which is made out of a very supple material. So that's a warning to people: when you do buy them, you should expect they will get little nicks and tears in them relatively quickly. In terms of the pricing of them, I said this one was £160 and the more expensive one was £280. And we get asked this question a lot: what do I get out of it? If I'm going to pay more money and get a more expensive suit, what do I get out of it? And largely the answer isn't just what I said there, the flexibility. So the neoprene is a lot more supple. So there will always be someone who tells you that they bought a wetsuit and they didn't even know they were wearing it when they swim in it. And that's because it's so supple and it stretches so easily that there's no resistance when they're moving their arms, and it doesn't feel like they're wearing a second skin. So you're paying largely for the suppleness of the wetsuit. But actually with that as well becomes that problem of it will tear more easily. So more expensive suits might even not last as long as a cheaper suit, because it's a very supple neoprene, so therefore it will tear more easily. But you are paying for the flexibility, and I say it is that sensation that you can't even feel that you're wearing the suit, and that's what you get with those more pricey suits. So does it benefit novice, or does it benefit people who are more experienced? I would say it benefits the people who are more experienced. It's one of those things, unless you're really an expert, you probably wouldn't notice the difference. If you're a novice, you wouldn't notice the difference between a cheaper suit and a more expensive suit. So, something like this, the Advance at £160 is a fantastic suit, and certainly good enough for probably what you use it for. So in terms of getting the right fit, the sizing is always a problem. Sizing charts on websites of manufacturers our experience tend to be wrong. So for Zone 3, for example, we think that the sizing chart on the Zone 3 website is a bit generous, and you probably buy a suit which is too big for you. And as most novices don't understand they have to be quite tight-fitting, they think they've got the right size suit when it's actually too big for them. So don't go off the sizing charts on the brand's website. And that can cause us problems as well, because we fit people in the right suit, and then they go away and they look at the sizing chart and come back and say, you've sold me a suit which is too small. So sizing charts, they do tend to be out. So you need to make sure you get the right size, but also different brands have different type of tailored fits. So Zone 3 are a relatively slim fit, and Aquaspheres are more forgiving. They're a broader fit. So if you're people a little bit overweight would fit much better in an Aquasphere than they would in a Zone 3. So the way the suit is tailored is really important. And then once you've got to get the right tailoring of the suit, so it's a slim or a wider fit. And then you've got to get the right size. Is it small, a medium, a large, and extra large? So knowing a bit about the brands as well, we'll make sure that we get you in the right suit for you. We wouldn't give you a brand which wouldn't suit your body size, and then we'd make sure we get you in the right size for that particular brand. If you were to come for a wetsuit fitting with us, you probably need to give yourself about an hour at least. Because it's quite a laborious process trying those suits on and making sure that you get the right fit and that you get the right brand. So make sure you give yourself give yourself plenty of time. And this year, all throughout this year, we've had a theme which is Wetsuit Wednesday. So if you come down on a Wednesday, and this only occurs to Wednesdays only, you can come in any day to buy a wetsuit. You don't just have to come in on Wednesdays. But if you come in on Wednesday, we have a special offer where you get something free. So for the remainder of February and for the rest of March, you get a free pair of goggles. So whatever goggles we've got on the shelf, if you buy a wetsuit on a Wednesday, you can choose a pair of goggles that you want, and you can take those out the door with your new wetsuit. So if you've got any questions, give us a call on 01251 217 01257 251 217. Let me get that right. That's 01257 251 217. Give us a call in store, or come and just call in and have a chat with us and say the suits are in now. We've got plenty of stock, so season's going to be here before we know it. So come in and see us.